June and what's coming up with June, which is good. June has a lot of planetary shifts going on. So you will start to feel energetically a lot of changes. Yes, June is the summertime is going to be lit. So you will start to feel a lot of planetary changes in the month of June. And as I always say, if you are very much energetically connected, you could possibly be already experiencing some of these shifts. So without further ado, let's start with some of the planetary changes that are going to be coming up this month. And then we're going to break it down by your rising sign as to what you need to look out for and could be coming your way during the month of June. So June the 1st, Jupiter will be conjuncting the North Node. Now that's a big deal. I'm going to do a separate live on that one because that's some really, really positive energy. And I want to talk a little bit more in depth about that. June the 3rd, we have a full moon in Sagittarius. June the 5th, here's another big one. June the 5th, Venus will go into the sign of Leo. Now, typically Venus stays in the sign for about 30 days, okay? But this particular transit is going to be a little bit longer because Venus is going to go into the sign of Leo on June the 5th, but it's not going to leave until October 8th, 2023. So that's 4 months. And the reason it's going to stay there this long is because it's going to go retrograde at some point, and I think it's going to go retrograde around July-ish or something, and July to September. So that is going to make it have an extended stay in the sign of Leo for 4 months. This is going to impact heavily my Venus suns. So if you have Venus, sun, moon, rising, if your Venus is in Leo, your sun sign is Leo, your rising sign Leo, your moon sign is Leo, this is going to be heavily, heavily impacting you in the area of your love life, your money, and blessings coming your way, even during the retrograde period. Now, when we think about Venus retrograde, I'm not going to get too much in detail, but just know that my Leo natives are going to have an added boost over the summer with regards to Venus helping them for the next 4 months. Now, keep in mind, people like to talk about the Mercury retrograde brings back exes, and it does. But people really don't realize that the Venus retrograde will bring back all your exes. So we will be diving into that a little bit later. But yeah, Venus is going to go into the sign of Leo on June the 5th. It's going to stay there until October the 8th. June the 11th, Pluto is going to retrograde back into the sign of Capricorn. Now, I've talked about this Pluto move because Pluto typically stays in a sign for about 20 years, 15 to 20 years. So for the last 15 odd years, it's been in the sign of Capricorn doing its work. So it went into Aquarius, I think in March or the end of March. It moved into Aquarius. And I told you that was going to give you a snippet of what it was going to be like because it will not, it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn to clear up any unfinished business in this area of your life. And I think January 2025, Pluto will make its official and last movement into the sign of Aquarius, where it will stay for the next 20 years. So that's going to be a big one. Okay. Then June the 11th, on that same day, Mercury moves into the sign of Gemini. Mercury is at home in Gemini, so it will be functioning at its optimal. June 17th, Saturn is going to retrograde. So we get a Saturn retrograde in the sign of Pisces. We might talk about that because I think that one could be impacting people too. On the 18th, you have a new moon in Gemini. June the 19th, Jupiter's going to be really, really busy in the month of June. Really busy. It's going to be sextiling Saturn. That's a big one. I may combine that one with that Jupiter conjunct North Node video because Jupiter is just busy, busy, busy. June the 21st, which is your girl's birthday. June the 21st, the sun will move into the sign of Cancer. June the 26th, Mercury will move into the sign of Cancer. And June the 30th, Neptune will retrograde in the sign of Pisces. Okay, we might talk about that one too. So those are the aspects that are coming up for the month of June. As you can see, there is a lot of movement in the sign of June. In the month of June. So we are kicking off a very, very busy summer. I think this is going to be like the busiest summer that we've had in the last few years. And I'm excited about it, especially with that Jupiter going into Taurus today. Yes, it's just perfect. All right, so let's get ready. Of course, as always, all my predictions are based on your rising sign first. So if you are new to my live, new to my channel, any of my predictions are based on your rising sign. If you do not have your rising sign, you can get that very easily by going to Google. You can Google free birth chart calculator, free natal chart calculator. Pick one. You can go to astro.com. You can go Cafe Astrology. You will go to one of those birth chart calculators, enter in your date of birth, your place of birth, and most importantly, your time of birth. Your time of birth needs to be accurate because your time of birth is going to determine what your rising sign is. And listen for it. But in the meantime, if you don't have your rising sign, please listen for your sun sign. That will help. And to be honest with you, even if you have your rising sign, I always tell you listen for your rising sign first, your sun sign second, and if you have your moon sign third, so you can get a big overview of what's going on with you. And sometimes your sun sign will resonate more with what's going on with your life. Because I've been noticing over the last couple of months, my sun sign predictions have actually been more impactful and more insightful than my rising sign. So we just have to make sure that we're reading them for both so we can get a good picture about what is coming up for us. So I'm going to get started. So we are starting with top of the zodiac, Aries, rising, sun, or moon. This is how your June could possibly look for you. Your sun and the new moon is going to be highlighting your third house. So you're going to be having a lot of energy around your communications. So for my Aries risings, this could look like educational pursuits could come into focus. This could look like interactions with your siblings could come into focus. There could be the potential for some short distance travel, especially when we look at the third house. I think a lot of road trips could be coming up for my Aries risings during the month of June. But it could be, domestic type flying or domestic type travel could come up for you. Some of you could be dealing with a transportation dynamic. So this is about around your cars, your vehicles, your modes of transportation could be highlighted. So I don't know if some of my Aries risings are thinking about planning for or could possibly run into the purchasing of a new vehicle or some maintenance around your car could be the focus of your attention. Your neighborhood, changes in your neighborhood could come up. And those of you that are doing contract negotiations, so if you are negotiating some type of contract, whether it be a real estate contract, just any type of legal agreement could be spotlighted for you, especially if it's been a negotiation that has been ongoing for you and you've been dealing with for a long time. Hey, cousin, I just started. That could be spotlighted for you, but this will be positive energy or at least attention to or your focus being on these different areas with regards to your communication. Now, your Venus, the planet of love, opportunity, blessings, and abundance, is going to be highlighting your fifth house. So with Venus highlighting your fifth house, this could look like dynamics around your romantic life could possibly be improving. Hey, honey, this could be those of you that are looking for, especially for my single Aries risings, this could be a great month. Oh, Actually 4 months, because remember, this is when we're going to have that extended period of Venus going into Leo. So when I talk about Venus moving forward for everyone, we're talking about a 4-month window. So this could look like dating opportunities, changes in your romantic life, especially those of you that are looking for love or looking for new dating opportunities. The next 4 months for you could really open up with regards to your love life and your dating life. Oh, Aries risings, that's pretty good. Now, if you're an Aries rising that's currently in a relationship, whether it's a dating type thing, casual type thing, even those of you that are married, this is going to be great for bringing the romance back into your relationship, bringing the love back into your relationship. This will be great for those of you that are in a dynamic of wanting to go into business with your partner, because Venus represents money, and with it tying together with this fifth house of dating and partnerships, things of that nature, this would be a great time because I love the fifth house for creativity and turning a hobby into a business. This could be some of you thinking about going into business or wanting to a creative project with your partner. But I love this for in my single Aries risings with the potential to find love over the next 4 months. So between June and October, this could definitely be opening up your dating prospects. Some of my Aries risings could be announcing a pregnancy, hearing about a pregnancy, something with regards to your children. So these are all positive things, because we look at Venus and we always think, love and money and harmony and things of that nature. So when we're talking about Venus for the next 4 months, we're talking about a lot of love. We're talking about a lot of harmony, some good things coming your way. Again, there could be an announcement of a pregnancy, maybe yours or someone else close to you, or talks of pregnancy, adding to the family. This could also, again, spark your creativity. So those of you that are wanting to start a new hobby or something to that effect, this would be a great time for you to do this, because you have a 4-month window of really putting your energy and your creativity into whatever it is that you want to. Now, Aries risings, you would actually be one of those that I feel like, Aries rising, because this is the fifth house. The fifth house is kind of like the gambling house. And with Venus being there for 4 months, hey, you never know. You could find yourself on the receiving end of some type of winnings with regards to maybe a lottery winning, a contest winning. Maybe you went to the casino or something of that sort. So this is great for you to get out. The fifth house is about socializing. So I want you to use the next 4 months to socialize, go out and have a good time. Aries risings, and let me know if you end up meeting someone. Now, your full moon is going to be impacting your 9th house. So we remember full moons, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments around situations. So when we look at the 9th house, this is about international travel. This is about foreigners. This is about educational pursuit, higher education. And our belief system and what we know to be true in the world. So with it being the full moon in the 9th house, this could be some of my Aries risings really taking stock of their spiritual life, taking stock of their religious life, or their faith. Sometimes when we have a full moon transiting our 9th house, we really start to look at what we believe in and how the world works and how we see things. And maybe you have an ending to a spiritual belief, a spiritual practice, or just a belief that you've held on to you for a long time. This also could be impacting my Aries risings that may have a legal situation going on. Again, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments. So this could be shedding a light on a legal situation or the ending of a legal situation. We could be seeing some of you ending an area of study. Maybe those of you, this is summertime, so a lot of graduation. So maybe you're completing your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, your PhD, whatever this thing is, it's finally coming to a close for you. And also this could be energy around the potential for a long distance trip. With this full moon actually could last you for about 6 months. So let's think about planning for a long distance trip during this time. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about Taurus rising, sun, or moon. The sun and new moon is going to be highlighting your second house, your earned income. So this is how you earn your money. This is the first money house of the zodiac. So this is how we earn our money. This is our investments. This is our material possessions, our value systems, the things that we value, and our self-worth. So a lot of focus on your potential for your work life and how you earn your money. Are you in the market for a new job? Are you in the market for a promotion? Are you ready to go ahead and pull the trigger on starting that new business that you've been thinking about doing? So this is going to be attention and energy around how you make your money. So some of you could be looking for a new job. Getting that resume ready. Maybe you're hearing back with regards to a employment situation. And like I mentioned before, this could be some of you deciding that you are ready to go into business for yourself under that energy of that new moon, which that new moon is going to be in the sign of Gemini. Okay, that's a great energy. That's a great energy to do it under, because when you're doing it under the new moon of Gemini, I think that's more or less about you educating yourself, getting prepared, contract negotiation, getting, everything that you need to launch your new business. So there could be changes, thoughts, conversations, energy around focus on how you earn your money. Also your material possessions, your investments. Is your 401k, are you putting enough in that? Do you need to increase your percentages going into your 401k or your IRAs? Are you looking at your portfolio? Are you ready for retirement? Do you think that you've invested enough? You have enough money saved up? So these are the things that we're going to have our attention for, my Taurus risings, for the month of June. Is your money, how it's growing? Are you being financially responsible? Is there debt that needs to be addressed? So a lot of attention around your money for the month of June. Now, your Venus from June until October is going to be highlighting your fourth house, real estate, your home space, your family dynamics, and your emotional stability, and your mother. So when I think of Venus in the fourth house, I always think about redecorating. So this could be the start of a major renovation with regards to your home space. This could be maybe you're buying new furniture, maybe you're painting, you're redecorating, something with the beautification possibly of your home space. This could definitely support more harmony within the family dynamic. So that is always a blessing. So this is more time spent with the family, getting along. This could also look like someone possibly, now I don't know where I got this from, but my Taurus rising, someone may be close to you possibly announcing maybe an engagement or something. Maybe could be an engagement. Now that doesn't mean that's for every Taurus rising, but that's for somebody out there. Somebody could be getting engaged. There could be somebody moving in and out. But this is a lot of activity, positive activity over the next 4 months. And because we're going to hit a retrograde period during that time, this is why I think about redecorating, renovations, and the potential for somebody to be moving back in with you. Now, we could also look at this from the perspective of, especially with that retrograde energy, going over old family dynamics, especially those things that don't seem to ever find a finalization. We never really get things resolved. During that retrograde period with Venus being there, this could actually find you resolving family dynamics or family issues in a positive way. Okay, this is for my Taurus risings. So we're going to look at that, and this greatly supports you spending time with your mother if you're blessed enough to still have your mother in your life, or the prominent women that are close to you. Could be a benefit. Somebody, one of those women or someone with a lot of feminine energy could be gifting you something. I don't know what that could be. Let me know what that turns out to be. That could be some money, that could be some property, or something to that effect. But with that Venus being there for 4 months, this is a lot of good and positive energy, even with the retrograde, around your home life and your living situation. Okay. Taurus rising, your full moon, ending, adjustment, acknowledgement around your 8th house. Shared resources, shared finances. So this is the money, the resources outside of your work, okay, that you share or you receive from another person or another entity. Now, when I look at the full moon in the 8th house, I always most of the time think about an ending to something. So some of my Taurus risings could be seeing an ending to a stream of income that you have grown accustomed to. Some examples of incomes that fall in the 8th house are like child support, insurance payouts. This could look like alimony payments, anything or any money that you receive outside of your efforts at work. This could look like sugar daddy payments. This could look like anything that someone else or you receive from someone else. This could be an ending to those funds or an adjustment to those funds. So it could look like an ending to them completely, or the amount that you receive changes in some way. Now, could this help with child support? This could be some of my Taurus risings finally settling a child support dynamic, or finally settling an insurance claim, or some type of maybe workers' comp claim, insurance claim, maybe a lawsuit of some sort finally pays out. But this could be money that you just, again, receive outside of your efforts at work. Now, the 8th house is also what we consider a relationship house, because this is where we make intimate connections with another person, especially on a sexual level and an intimate level. Could this be the ending of a relationship or a situationship? Yeah, it could be. Because the full moon, again, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments. And maybe you're coming to the realization that this dynamic no longer serves you, and you want to go ahead and end it. Or maybe you don't necessarily want to end it, but you want to change the dynamics, change how the two of you are interacting with each other. But again, this is about an intimate connection. This is about someone that we are partnering with sexually, potentially, with regards to that. And monies and resources that we receive from another person or another entity could be drying up, could be changing, adjusting in some way. So I just want you to be prepared for that, Taurus rising. The next one is going to be Gemini rising, sun or moon. The sun and new moon is going to be impacting your 1st house, your physical body, your personality, how people are experiencing you, your personal goals, personal opportunities, and personal blessings that come to you. So with the sun and the new moon focusing here, this is going to be a lot of you focusing on your physical body. Potentially your health could be impacted. So this is you taking a good hard look, a serious look at how you're taking care of yourself, how you're showing up physically. This could be a desire to change your wardrobe. This could be a desire to change your hair. This could have some of my Gemini risings thinking about doing a self-improvement type thing. So you decide that you're going to commit to losing weight, gaining weight, restructuring your body, restructuring your diet. Some of you may even start thinking about something as drastic as cosmetic surgery. You know, your girl loves a good suck and tuck, so I support you on that. So a lot of this could come up for you in your psyche around how you look and how you're showing up. This also will be in the 1st house. You really taking a good hard look at your personal goals that you've set for yourself. And when I talk about the 1st house, I always stress that, So I always stress your personal singular goals. These are goals that we make for ourselves that have nothing to do with anyone else. Don't have anything to do with our family, friends, children, anything else. This is all about what we want to do on an individual level, because the 1st house is about the self. So this is restructuring, setting new goals, setting new intentions for yourself, things that have to do with your personal progress, could come into focus for you. So we're talking about our physical appearance, our physical health, and our personal goals for this month. Now, Venus is going to be highlighting your third house. So this is you finding money, harmony, joy, maybe some love with regards to the third house. Now, this will make communication really easy for you because it will be highlighting the house of communication. So this is excellent for those of you that are especially in sales and marketing, where you have to use your gift of gab to convince people. This will make it very, very easy to negotiate a favorable outcome for yourself, a Gemini rising. And because you're a Gemini, you love to talk. And sometimes y'all just think y'all just full of shit. But this will be great for you for contract negotiation, doing presentations, especially those of you that are in a teaching capacity. This is going to be great for that. Remember, we have 4 months of this energy. This also be good for the dynamics with regards to your siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. Some of you could be seeing a neighborhood neighborhood improvement project going on. Maybe there's a beautification initiative that's going on in your neighborhood. Maybe you're sprucing up your yard. We're coming into summertime, so we're planting flowers. We're getting our landscaping done. So maybe you'll be in the energy of getting that done, sprucing up your yard or your neighborhood or something to that. Now, Venus in the third house. Could we be finding love in our neighborhood? Could possibly, because the third house is about those mundane things that we do day to day. You know, the grocery store, the gym, you know, where we run our errands, the bank. So could you find love over the next 4 months in the most mundane way while you're out running your errands? That is a possibility. Now, when we get to that Venus retrograde, some of y'all could be running into an exes in your neighborhood. So I just have to put that out there too. You could be running into them in like a casual way. Now, let me tell you something. The best revenge is always to run into an ex when you're looking your best. So if you're going out during these next 4 months, I need you to be on your A game because you never know who you're going to run into. Just to give you that. But this also supports you doing a lot of short distance travel. And maybe this is a good time for you and your significant other to take a vacation. It could be somewhere close to home, something to that effect. Sonia, I just put grass seed down in my yard while listening to this. See, I already have somebody already beautifying there. She's a Gemini sun. And she's talking about, she's on my Facebook, that she just put down grass seeds to get her lawn all fluffy and green for the summer. So this is how this works. Okay. Now, Gemini rising, finally, your full moon is ending adjustment acknowledgement in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. I feel like my Gemini risings have been holding on to some of y'all been holding on to a relationship that has long since died. June, this full moon may support you in going ahead and getting rid of that thing. So we could see some endings, some adjustments, or the acknowledgement of things that have to do with your one-on-one relationships, because this is going to be impacting your 7th house, which is the marriage house, long-term committed relationships. This could be a business partnership. Remember that. This also could be relationships with people that you provide you a service of some sort. So some of you could be seeing the ending or the changing around a significant one-on-one relationship in your life with regards to this full moon. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about Cancer rising, sun or moon. I have a Cancer rising that is very close to me. Hopefully this person is on here listening. And the sun and the new moon is going to be impacting your 12th house. So we're going to be looking at in the 12th house endings. This is the house of healing. This is the house of our trauma. This is actually the house of this is one of the houses of long distance travel, faraway lands, confined spaces. So this is hospitals, prisons, rehab centers. But this is the house of self-care. This is hidden enemies are also here, but these are things that we do behind the scenes. So if you are a Cancer rising, the sun and the new moon is going to be impacting this area for you. It's going to be lighting up this area for you. So a lot of your attention It's going to be going towards your self-care, towards your healing, the internal work that needs to be done, okay? This could also put a focus on the potential for you or someone close to you that possibly could be having a hospital stay, dealing with outpatient procedures. This could be someone that is checking into rehab or needs some type of psychiatric type attention. Prisons, jails come into there, so maybe there's contact with someone there. I always say this, I don't know how to interpret prison. Yeah, if this is you, you know what that means. So I'm not going to try to go into detail with that because I don't know how to interpret it, but just know that this could come up for you during the month of June, dealing with someone in a confined space, okay, or your attention being there. Some of you will be taking a trip. This is a great time for you to be going on a trip, especially if it's a trip close to water, and this could help you start your healing process or your spiritual journey. This would be great for this. And this Cancer rising is actually going on vacation in June, so this is going to be a positive thing for that person. So we're going to be dealing with things that are affecting us on an internal level, Cancer risings and Cancer sun and Cancer moon. Doing the hard work, dealing with this. And I'm a Cancer sun, and I'm going to be very, very transparent. My anxiety has been on fucking 10 for the last month and a half. And crazy enough, I just got in to see my therapist. I hadn't been able to see her, so I was able to get into a session with her today, and it just feels much better. Okay, so again, my 12th house, this 12th house energy is lit up for my Cancer sun with regards to me getting back to my regular routine with my therapist, helping me with my anxiety, getting on my regular sleep schedule and my sleep routine, and helping me to kind of like get that under control. So that's how it's been working out for me. And that's how it could be working out for my Cancer rising sun or moons. Now, Venus. If you're a Cancer rising, particularly, this Venus is going to be in the second house. Y'all know I love Venus and Jupiter in the second house. When Venus goes to the second house, money-making opportunities, people ask for what you want when it comes to money. Ask for what you want. So there's going to be opportunities for you to make money. But this is your earned income. This is not going to be money that just falls in your lap. This is money that you have to work for. But it's easy to make this money. So money-making opportunities, money-making ideas. This would be a great time for you if you're ready to start looking for a new job. Hopefully you have already started that process. You may start to hear over the next 4 months, because remember, this is going to be here for 4 months. I am so jealous of my Cancer risings. For the next 4 months, y'all are going to be like money magnets. I need y'all to be doing y'all money work, your ritual work, lighting your candles. If you got any kind of Cancer in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or your Venus is in Cancer, y'all better be working y'all money magic, because the next 4 months, y'all could really put yourselves in a really good financial situation here. Now, with Venus being there, will it make you want to buy yourself some nice things? You know what? Treat yourself. Because money is just really going to be coming your way, and you're really in a good position for money if you're a Cancer rising, sun, or moon. So I love this for you. Okay. And let me tell you again, another transparent moment. I'm a Cancer sun, girl. Amazon Prime been in my dough every day. This is the indulgence because the second house is about material possessions. Girl, Amazon Prime been in my dough every day. I just got my last box today, and I said I was not going to buy anything else. That is probably a lie. So this is the energy around Venus, and for you having money coming into your life. Now, Cancer rising, sun or moon, your full moon is going to be in your 6th house, health and fitness, both mental and physical health. This is when I said at the top of the live that listen for all 3, sun, moon, and rising, because, and I was mentioning that my Cancer sun has been more prominent for me. This is, again, June. Going into June, I feel like my Cancer sun has been more prominent for me because that full moon is going to be in the 6th house of health and fitness, mental and physical health. This is the house of our work environment, pets, and our service to others. So this could be an ending, adjustment, acknowledgement, some type of change around your physical health, your physical body, your mental health. So this is, again, as an example of me getting back into therapy. This could be especially those Cancer risings that have been suffering from strange health illnesses. This hits the head on the head. You could be finding out exactly what is going on with you with regards to this full moon. And because full moon lasts you about 30 days, so this could really go over into July. Really figuring out what has been going on with you with regards to your health. So if you've been having something that has been giving you trouble in diagnosing it, you could probably find out what's really going on and get the proper course of medical treatment that you need. Perfect for that. This is about pets. I hate talking about pets because every time I talk about pets in a full moon, somebody inboxes me and tells me that their dog died or their pet ran away. So I'm going to put it this way. If the health issue is not you, this could be something that happens with your pet. Okay? I'm just going to leave it there because I don't want to talk about y'all's pets because I'm always ending up with bad news with regards to pets. Now, service to others. Endings, adjustments, acknowledgments. Some of you Cancer risings are going to, or it could be coming to an end with a caregiving situation that you've had for yourselves. Maybe you've been caring for a sick relative, caring for a sick parent. Maybe you've been caring for the financial responsibility for a loved one. That dynamic could be coming to an end. I will not speak on what that end could be because I don't know. But there could be some changes around your responsibilities around a caregiving situation. Y'all know what that means. I don't. So I'm not going to get too far into that. All right. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or anything they want to add before we move any further? What time is it? Okay, great. All right. Oh, keep in mind, when I get to your rising sign, let me know in the comments if I'm talking about you. Okay. No questions, no comments. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to, guess who's next? Leo rising, sun or moon. Somebody already beat me to it. You know I'm a Leo rising. So Leo rising, sun or moon. This is what's going on for you for the month of June. The sun and the new moon is going to be highlighting your 11th house. So this is energy, vitality, attention around friends, your social groups, social awareness. This is the house where we get out and we socialize and we network. Oh, I got a lot of Leos on here. So that is going to be lit up for you. So time spent with your friends, reconnecting with your friends, new people coming into your life. This is a great time for you to socialize. Get out and socialize, Leo rising. This is the start of something good. This is a good summer for us. We need to be outside. So we need to be outside. So let's get outside. Groups, organizations could be coming into your life. Maybe you're wanting to attach yourself to a new group or organization. Or if you're currently in a group or organization, you decide that you may want to take on a leadership role or some type of responsibility within a group or an organization. But I like this is just the fun energy, getting out and socialize. Now, this is also the area that governs our long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. So I want my Leo risings in the midst of you getting outside, being outside, doing outside things. Let's think about our long-term goals. Let's think about, do we need to make some changes or adjustments, or are we feeling like we are on track for our long-term goals, whatever your goals look like for you. So that's where your energy is and focus is going to be for the month of June. Now, Venus. I love it. Remember, Venus will be in Leo for 4 months. So if you are a Leo rising, this is going to be impacting your first house. And do you know what happens when Venus is in your first house? Venus in your first house, baby, y'all are the shit. No, we are the shit. When Venus is in your first house, it makes you more attractive, makes you more charming, as if Leo rising can't be more attractive or more charming. We just can't, but we will be. So for the next 4 months, this is going to be this is going to be a lot of energy around. This is why I want us to get out and socialize. Just a lot of blessings coming your way. A lot of things coming your way just by sheer will of other people wanting to help, assist, see you happy, bringing blessings into your life. Can this bring some love our way for our single Leo risings? Yes, it could. Because remember, I told y'all that this was going to be a love year for Leo risings. So in the next 4 months, from June to October, I anticipate my Leo risings having a change potentially in their love life, those single Leo risings. Now, those of you that are attached, could this mean that your relationship goes to another level, whatever that means for you? Absolutely. It could be. But there's a lot of blessings coming your way over the next 4 months. I want you to reap the benefits of that and enjoy it. Please know. And you're another one that could possibly be thinking about changing up how you look. Child, I saw this wig that I'm going to buy. It's the shit. So some of you are going to be thinking about changing up how you look, your hair, your wardrobe, things of that nature. But this is just going to be a 4-month period that I just really want you to enjoy yourself and get out and have a good time because blessings are coming your way. I'm so excited for us. Now, our full moon ending adjustment acknowledgement is going to be in our 5th house, dating. This is the house of romance, love affairs, dating, children, procreation, creativity, games of chance. So if you're a Leo rising, could this look like the ending of a relationship? It could, because guess what? We got to be outside. Baby, we ain't got time to be tied down. Now, if that's what you want. But it could be the ending of a relationship and you go your separate ways. However, it could look like some of you, if you've been casually dating someone or if you've been dating someone, you decide that the relationship is now, we're going to take it from just dating to being exclusive, or being from exclusive to being engaged. There is a lot that could be going on by way of love for my Leo risers. And I'm just going to tell y'all, we deserve it because, baby, we done had a hard last 3 years with regards to love. So there could be some really positive changes around your love life. If it looks like it's falling apart, don't panic. It is falling into place. Just let it happen. Now, I'm going to tell y'all now, if you are still in baby making time, I would strongly say protect yourself. Because, I mean, if you're not ready to have a baby, that's not on your agenda, that could be a thing. So just protect yourself. And you're another one that play the lottery, especially during the Venus hour. This is going to be over the next 4 months. Your hour would be more the Venus hour. So if you're going to play the lottery, find out what the Venus hour is on that day and buy your lottery ticket. I am so excited for us because, God damn it, we deserve some happiness because we have been through some shit this last 3 years. Y'all, everybody else can say they done been through it. No, we have been through it. We have been through it, so we deserve it. So anyway, next we're going to talk about Virgo rising, sun or moon. I do know a Virgo rising. This Virgo rising, the sun and the new moon is going to be highlighting your 10th house, the career house. So the 2nd house is how we earn our money. The 6th house is where we make our money, the environment that we're in. But the 10th house is our career. This is the path that we take and when we're deciding what we're wanting to do. So some attention around your career life. Now, with it being the sun and the new moon there, of course, new moons are about beginnings, okay? So are we looking at a new beginning in the career arena? Absolutely. But with the sun being there, this is going for me highlight a lot of interaction with higher ups. So I'm going to ask my Virgo risings, especially those of you that are in the workforce, show up in your best self when it comes to work. Now, Virgo risings are perfectionists, so I don't have to tell them this. But there could be higher ups that are paying attention to you, your work performance, how you're showing up, with regards to potentially for something to happen with regards to your career advancement later on. So I feel like June is a month for you to plant your seeds with regards to career advancement. But just do it, even if you don't feel like you have any prospects, even if you don't feel like there's anything that you want to do differently. I want you to just show up at top of your game with regards to your career. And be mindful of your interactions, especially with higher ups. Keep them very positive, very professional, very open and engaging. That's going to really make a mark for you maybe later on this year. Okay? I can't tell you when, but I just feel like it's like you're planting that seed now, and we're going to wait for it to grow. Okay? And this is really geared around your career. Okay? Now, Virgo risings, your Venus, the next 4 months, June to October, it's going to be in the 12th house. Now, when we look at Venus transiting the 12th house, first thing that comes to mind is this could set up for secret romances. Now, secret romances don't have to be a negative thing. So let's look at it both ways. This could be you meeting someone and you decide that, you know what, I don't want to really tell anybody about the relationship. I just want to get to know the person. I want to enjoy them and figure out whether this is going anywhere before I announce it to the world. Okay? Or this could look like you meeting someone that is not very honest about their availability to you. If you are a Virgo rising and you meet someone new, do your best to vet that person as much as possible. I would even go as far as to get a background check done. It's worth the money. Because it could this could possibly bring on deceit or someone not being honest about their availability. Could go either way. Again, let's hope for it goes for the former, with you deciding that you just want to keep the relationship under wraps. Now, if you decide that you just want to go into something that's a secret lover type situation, baby, that's your business. That's on you. You can do however you want to, but love could come your way in a very secretive way with regards to this transit. Now, this is don't be upset about it. Just be mindful. Just be mindful. Now, Venus in the 12th house bodes well for working behind the scenes on projects. So if there's something that you've been working on, this could be something with regards to a project, maybe a personal project, a creative project, a work project, or this could be the project of your healing. This is great for you to go into seclusion and just really work on yourself, love on yourself, heal yourself. This would be great for that. But this could also be if you're working on anything of a professional capacity or something that is really kind of near to you. Why don't you keep it under wraps for the next few months before you introduce it to the world? I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Tell me if that makes sense. All right. And Virgo rising, your full moon endings and adjustments acknowledgement is around your family, residential type things. So some of you could be moving, thinking about moving. A living situation could be coming to an end. Maybe someone's moving out of your home. Maybe you're coming to the end of the lease. As a Virgo Saturn, does this affect me as well? Your Saturn in Virgo. I wouldn't say as much. No, when we start looking at those types of planets, we have to look at like your individual chart, but just kind of like in a general, I wouldn't say they did. They would. I mean, some other astrologer maybe would say something different, but I wouldn't, unless there's an aspect towards your personal Virgo and Saturn. And I wouldn't be able to see that unless I looked at your personal chart. I would say no. What's your rising sign though? But Virgo rising's 4th house. Endings and adjustments acknowledged around family dynamics, residential situations. Maybe some of you are getting ready to move, planning on moving. A lease is being terminated. or something to that effect. But there's a dynamic with regards to your residential situation. And my cousin is on here right now, and she has a residential situation that is very, very interesting to me. And I'm wondering if something is about to happen with regards to that situation. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's about an ending about to come to that. So look for changes around or dynamics around your living situation or your family dynamic or something with regards to where you live. Okay. Your Taurus rising. Yeah, we did that. I'll go back though. Taurus rising. Next is Scorpio rising, sun or moon. The sun and new moon is going to be impacting your 8th house. Other people's resources, other people's finances, business partner, your spouse's income or resources, your inheritances, taxes, loans, anything that we share with another person, another entity, your intimate relationships, and sex. So focusing on those areas of your life. Did I skip Libra? Oh, I want to go back to Libra. Okay, I'll go back to Libra. A focus around your 8th house matters. Dynamics around child support, possibly insurance settlements, taxes. Y'all should have done your taxes by now, but if you have not, please get those done. So your taxes, this could be you restructuring your retirement, your investments. This could really put attention on debt that you have with someone else or a business that you have with someone else. Hey, sweetie. So paying attention to that and putting energy and focus into that is going to be what June is for you. This could also have you looking at your current dynamic in an intimate relationship with someone. Your sex life can be highlighted during this month. So when we look at the sun and the new moon, we're looking at putting our energy and our vitality and our attention in this particular areas of our life. Okay. So a lot around that, like I said, your intimate connections. This could be some energy around talks around your sex life, but a lot of that has to do with your financial connections with someone else or with another entity or financial institution. Scorpio rising, we are also looking at your Venus. Oh, this is a good one. Your Venus is going to be highlighting your 10th house of career for the next 4 months. So from June to October, you have really favorable energy with regards to your career aspirations. And just like I talked about my Virgo risings being on point when they're going into work or dealing with higher ups, this is actually a really supportive, sweet energy for Scorpio risings with the advancement of their careers and with their connections and dealings with higher ups. All right. And this could possibly be outside of even the career span, because this could be higher ups with regards to government, in your community, people of authority, things of that nature. So this could put you in some really prominent places and really help you with career advancement, your status in your society, your status in possibly government. I just love this Venus type energy for this. This is great. Now, the 10th house, could some of my Scorpio risings be getting a proposal of some sort? Could be, because for me, the 10th house is when we solidify and stamp and we officially make it official with regards to the relationship. So some of you could be getting into a relationship dynamic and putting some permanence on the relationship. Could be getting married, getting engaged, celebrating some type of union of some sort. So some love could come this way. Or some of you single Scorpio risings could be meeting someone, and maybe the person that you meet is someone very upscale in society, in government, holds a very powerful position of some sort. Over the next 4 months, we never know what could come up with this Venus in the 10th house. And your full moon, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments, Scorpio risings, is going to be impacting your 2nd house. earned income. So with the full moon ending adjustment and acknowledgement, could there be a stream of income that dries up? There could possibly be. Could be coming to an end, could be adjusting for you. Pay attention to, again, your investments around this time, because this is our material possessions. This is our investments. Maybe some of you are solidifying a contract with regards to an investment of some sort. Because I always believe that endings are the potential for the new beginning. So this could be some material possessions, investments, or something that you are negotiating or buying of some sort. So my Scorpio risings could be dealing with how they are dealing with their assets and their resources and their streams of income changing. Okay. Now, someone pointed out that I missed Libra. Okay, I did miss Libra. Okay. If you are Libra rising, sun or moon, I'm so sorry, I skipped you. The sun and the new moon is going to be impacting your 9th house. Higher education will be the focus. So it could be higher education, long distance travel. This could put a spotlight on your religious life, your spiritual life, your belief system. I think this is the house of grandparents. So this could be something with regards to those of you highlighting or energy around, focus around your grandparents or your in-laws. I think it's in-laws, if I'm not mistaken. In-laws or something like that. But could this be a long distance trip on the horizon? Could be. Some of you are planning to go back to school. This would be an excellent time for you to start back to school, start the research process, the financial aid process, deciding to meet with a counselor to determine what the career path or degree plan that you're going to be implementing. But energy around higher education, long distance travel, restructuring your spiritual life or your religious life, getting back connected to your spiritual life is a possibility for you. And it could be for some of my Libra risings, a legal situation coming up again, or again, your attention is focused around a legal situation. Now, your Venus from June until October will be highlighting your 11th house. I forgot, 11th house is also unexpected blessings and unexpected gains. So the Venus lighting up the 11th house of my Libra risings is reconnection with friends. Could be making new friends. You're another one that needs to socialize, because this is the networking house, socializing. So we're talking about our friends, groups and organizations. Unexpected blessings coming your way over the next 4 months. Unexpected blessings, unexpected gains, and a restructuring or a focus on our long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. And if you're a single Libra rising, and we have Venus positioned here, be open to being fixed up by a friend. So if one of your friends says that, oh, I have somebody I want you to meet, be open to meeting them, okay? Or this could look like a friendship turns into a romance over the next 4 months. I am excited to find out who this could be. But be open to meeting someone. This could possibly be you meeting someone while you're out with your friends socializing. Just be open to love in the most unexpected way, Libra risings, okay? And your full moon is going to be in your 3rd house, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments around contract negotiations, contracts that you're in. You need that. I'm glad. That's for you. Your sibling dynamics, your sibling relationships. Again, your neighborhood. Okay, so Libra rising, your neighborhood, Libra rising, sun or moon, there's something going to change with regards to your neighbors. I don't know who that's for. But because the 3rd house is our neighbors and our neighborhood, there could be some type of interaction, changes, or something going on with regards to your neighbors and the dynamics in your neighborhood. Okay? You're another one, could be looking for a new car here soon, new mode of transportation. And getting out of some type of contract or finalizing some type of contract negotiation. Hope they move ghetto. Oh, you got some neighbors from hell? There could be something on the horizon coming with regards to changes around your neighbors or something. Now, I don't know what that is, but keep me filled in on what happens with regards to my Libra rising neighbors. So, any questions for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio risings? And I think I'm going to make perfect time because I want to have you guys off of here. She said my bye. Yeah, I want to have y'all off here at 8:30. All right, so we don't have any questions. Please keep me posted because I'm always curious. I'm just nosy. All right, so let's talk about Sagittarius rising, sun or moon. Your friend is a Leo rising. She asked about her job. Honestly, if your friend's a Leo rising, this year until May 2025, we're going to really have some really, really good prospects around career. I'm just going to leave it at that. Our career life is about to get lit. Yeah, our career life is about to get lit for this next year. So, yeah, she needs to get a personal reading with me. But if she's a Leo rising, our career life is about to take off in a very, very positive way. So, let's do Sagittarius rising. I have a Sagittarius rising. It's close to me. And she better be on here listening because she needs this. So, the sun and the new moon for my Sagittarius rising is going to be highlighting, guess what? Your house of relationships. One-on-one relationships. So, we're talking marriage, she's welcome. Marriage, long-term commitments, business relationships, family dynamics, people that provide us a service. So we are looking at one-on-one relationships. What's T, sis? Changes. Changes. I gotta tell you, I got a Sagittarius rising, and baby, she is really going through it with regards to relationships. So there's about to be some changes around that. Now, this is a new moon. So we have to do something to activate a new moon. So if you want something to change with regards to your relationship life, your one-on-one relationship life, whatever the relationship dynamic is, whether it's a romantic situation, whether it's a family, a friend situation, whether it's I want to find me somebody, I'm already on the fast track, or I'm trying to get rid of somebody. The new moon is where you're going to implant your seeds of intentions around your one-on-one relationships. But that sun is going to have you focus most of the June with regards to one-on-one relationships and dynamics and how you do those. So get ready for you to be dealing with one-on-one dynamics with regards to your relationships. Everybody ain't satisfied how you do in relationships. You're not satisfied with everybody in their one-on-one dynamics. And now the sun is like, we're here. And we're about to put some energy around this. And we're going to get something started, finished, or taken care of. So that's what you're going to be contending with for the month of June, Sagittarius rising, sun or moon. Your Venus, for my Sagittarius rising, is going to be impacting from June until October, your 9th house. I love this for you. I love this for you because, number one, this is the house that you rule. So this is going to be real easy for you. So if you're a Sagittarius rising and a little bit of the sun, Sagittarius sun, this bodes well for you to do some traveling. Travel over the next 4 months. I don't care if it's just one trip. I don't care if it's just down the street. Travel. Education could come up for you. This is a great time for you to go back to school or at least start the process of returning to school. This is going to actually possibly, for some of my Sagittarius risings, prompt a spiritual awakening if it hasn't already happened with this Venus being here. So getting more in touch with your spirituality, getting more in touch with your faith. This could be a total redirection, you changing everything you believe with regards to life and how you see it. But I feel like most of my Sagittarian energies are going to be going through a spiritual awakening over this year and getting more grounded and more into their spiritual life. Now, this may look like you returning to your faith, turning to a new faith. just getting stronger in your faith and your spiritual life. But I love that for you, because we all need a really, really grounded spiritual life in order for us to do this thing called life. So this is going to be great for you to do that. But travel could be a part of it. Travel could trigger it. And just, it's like, I've been awakened, but I feel like more of an ascension. See, that's what I'm talking about. Whatever your spiritual awakening looks like, your spiritual growth looks like, I feel like June is going to kick it off for you. But let's look into educational pursuits. Let's look at some travel for yourself. I'm support you on that. And those Sagittarius risings that may have a little bit of a legal issue going on, that Venus should smooth that over. Okay. Your full moon is going to be impact. So full moon, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments, your first house. Now, I will be the first to say, sometimes my Sagittarians can get a little bit overindulgent with things. So, because this is impacting your first house, this could look like you deciding that it's really time for me to get myself under control with regards to my physical body. So if you haven't been taking care of yourself like you should, you haven't been eating properly, you kind of been putting on weight, or you've been, whatever this thing that you've been doing that has been neglectful to your body, it's time for that to come to an end. The first house is about, again, your physical body, your physical self, how you look. So we're looking at, again, those self-improvement projects on ourselves. We want to, look differently, dress differently, change our hair. Because a lot of times when we do that, our energy changes and people start to experience us differently. I want us to start looking at, for my Sagittarius risings, those personal goals you set for yourself. If they ain't popped off in a year's time, it's time for you to reset some stuff. Let some stuff go. And come up with some new personal goals for yourself. This is going to be a lot about your physical self and your physical body changing. Okay? All right. Capricorn rising, sun or moon. Do I have a Capricorn rising? I think I do. The sun and the new moon is impacting your sixth house of health and fitness, work environment, mental and physical health. I said work environment, service to others, and your pets. So Capricorn rising, sun or moon, definitely energy, focus on your health. I do have a Capricorn rising. He's been going to the doctor a lot. So we're going to be focusing on our health, mental and physical. We forget most of the time the mental health component, which is very important. So this may look like you deciding to go to therapy, changing your therapist, addressing underlying health issues. This could look like a lot of my Capricorn risings deciding to revamp how they eat, because in the sixth house here, which is highlighted, the foods that we eat are there. So this may have you thinking that I am going to start eating entirely different. So I may decide to go from being a meat eater to a vegetarian. I may decide to become a pescatarian, a vegan. I eliminate dairy. Whatever this looks like, this could look like an overhaul of how you eat and a big change. And it's not a diet. It is a lifestyle change. So we're looking at our more focus on our health, mental and physical, the foods that we eat, being very mindful of the medicines and medications that we're putting into our body. If you're on a regimen of medication, start being very proactive in investigating the side effects and how medications counteract with each other, and really looking into more holistic methods of healing your body. Now, this could put some additional responsibility into your work environment. So your working routine over the month of June could increase. So you seem like you're doing a lot more. Please be careful, because with the sun here, this could definitely burn you out because you're overworking yourself. So be very, very careful with that. And this could highlight your pets and a relationship you have with regards to a service-related commitment that you have to someone else. Okay? Now, your Venus is going to be in your 8th house from June to October. in your 8th house. Oh, this is pretty good for you. So 8th house, intimate connections with someone else. Ooh, this could look like some really good sex for you over the next 8 month. Capricorn risings, I'm kind of jealous. So this could spice up your sex life. This could spice up your intimate connection with someone. Oh, I am kind of jealous. This could be monies that you receive. You could possibly be getting a payout. Maybe some of you have been waiting on a payout from a lawsuit or a settlement. That could be a thing that comes over the next 4 months. This could be child support. Back child support comes through. This is great for manifesting a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, because Venus in the 8th house. Let me tell you something. Open your mouth. If you want something, you need to open your mouth. People are going to be very, very generous with you. I would strongly suggest, if you're a Capricorn rising, that you need some type of funding. Maybe it's for a new home, or a new car, or business loan, something to that effect. From June to October is a great time for you to go to financial institutions and ask for funding. You are in a very favorable energy, whereas you could probably secure any type of monies that you need, and ask people for what you want. I'm going to leave it at that. Your full moon, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments, Capricorn risings, in the 12th house. And so we're back at the 12th house. Endings, our traumas, our secrets. This could be some information revealed to you that's been withheld from you. I don't know why. But a lot of times when we have a full moon transiting the 12th house, it reveals secrets or secret information. Now, this could go both ways. This could be information or secrets that have been kept from you, or something you've been keeping from someone else. Don't know how that works out. Let me know in my inbox what happens. But this could be a realization of something that has been hidden. I'll put it that way. Because remember, the full moon is illuminated. So everything, a light is shined on this area of your life. So we also look at spaces of confinement, hospitals, rehab centers, prisons. So you may be making connections, or for whatever reason, with people or dynamics around those types of spaces. But with the full moon being here, I just think it's more of a realization of things that you need to know, or an acknowledgement of something that you need to know. And now it's out in the open for you to have to deal with, contend with. And we're going to move on from that. I wonder what that is about. That's interesting. Okay. Aquarius rising, sun or moon. The sun and the new moon is going to be highlighting your 5th house. So dating, romance, love affairs, casual sex, our children, pregnancy, our self-expression, hobbies, and this is a social house too. So if you're an Aquarius rising, maybe a little bit of Aquarius sun or moon, this is really highlighting your energy around finding your joy. I love the 5th house, because the 5th house really doesn't require anything. It just wants you to be happy. So this could increase positivity around your dating life, your romantic life. This could bring some dating opportunities your way. This could bring some romance your way. This could bring a pregnancy your way, or an announcement of a pregnancy. So if you're not ready for a baby, then you might want to pay attention to, protecting yourself. But this could be talks or conversation or energy around pregnancy, our children. This is great because summertime is coming up. So a lot of us are going to be interacting more with our children. Our children are going to be home. So this is a lot of planning of activities and vacations and entertainment around our children. Children of all ages, because some of you may be having children that are graduating college. So we're going to be doing a lot of parties. We're going to be doing a lot of time spent, vacations over the summer. So we increase our activity around Aquarius risings with regards to the activity and the children in your life and the children around you. But this could also help you with just reclaiming your joy, your childlike joy, things that bring you happiness. You may want to get out and start dating, putting yourself back out there. This is great for you, putting yourself on the dating apps or the dating scene or whatever that looks like for you. So that could help you with that. But we could also look at our hobbies and our creative expressions get heightened during this time. This will be a great month for you, those of you that have been thinking about turning your hobby into a business. Great for this. Great for this. Oh, you can keep them babies. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. Okay? So, now, Aquarius rising, I am jealous. Because guess where your Venus is going to be for the next 4 months, from June to October? Your Venus is going to be highlighting your one-on-one relationships. Aquarius rising, you're another one that has had a very, very, sometimes challenging last 3 years. You have learned a lot of lessons, a lot of hard lessons. You've done a lot of work. You've gone through quite a bit for my Aquarius risings. I would say Aquarius risings went through the most over the last 3 years. And some of you, your relationship life was impacted heavily. You'll know that the next 4 months from June to October could really, really make up for all the work that you've been doing with regards to relationships over the last 3 years. She said, where? So, because Venus is going to be in your 7th house, Venus is love, Venus is money, Venus is harmony. And the 7th house is one-on-one relationships, long-term committed relationships, marriage, family, friends, business relationship, people that we do services with. This just puts a harmony over those relationships. So let's just say that you are a Aquarius rising that is in a committed relationship, whatever that looks like for you, and you've been having difficulties in it. Over the next 4 months, you can make a lot of strides with improving that relationship and bringing that romance back. Now, this could also bring, for my Aquarius risings, someone coming into their life on a romantic level. And if some of you are in a relationship and the relationship is going well, this could bring a proposal of marriage or you guys getting married. Now, if you want to know specifically when that can happen for you, you need to book a personal reading with me, or you can do the mini reading. I will post that, and I can tell you what age love is going to turn around for you. So if you want to do that as a mini reading, because I won't be taking detailed readings until June, I will post that information on how you can get that done. But yeah, I can tell you what age your love life can turn around. So if you're an Aquarius rising and you're curious as to whether or not you will be heavily impacted in this 4-month window, get the mini reading, and I can tell you whether or not it's going to be you. Or at best, I can tell you when your love life is going to change at what age. Okay? Now, Aquarius rising, your full moon is going to be endings, adjustments, acknowledgments around your friendships, groups and organizations, long-term goals, dreams, and wishes, and unexpected gains. So this could look like an ending of a friendship, a group dynamic. Maybe you're deciding that you no longer want to be a part of a group or an organization. Or even if you don't leave the organization, maybe you decide that you no longer want to have any type of responsibility. You just want to be a member. Not a paid ad either. You're so sweet. Thank you. So something about the dynamics around any type of group or organization or affiliation you're a part of. This could look like changes with regards to your friend groups. And this could look like changes with regards to your long-term goals. Oh, okay. You're so sweet. Y'all be pumping my head up. And finally, last but not least, Pisces rising. I have a Pisces rising that's close to me. This is them for real. The sun and the new moon is impacting my Pisces rising, sun or moon in the 4th house. Family, real estate, home life, your emotional foundation. So with the sun and new moon being here, new beginnings or changes around this. So let's talk about the potential for a move, potential in the changes of the dynamics of what is going on in your house. So maybe somebody's moving in or out. Maybe there's a lot of conversation, a lot of activity going on in the home life. around the family dynamics. The fourth house is about the buying and selling of real estate. So for my Pisces rising, this has a lot to do with the family and your physical space. A lot of attention with regards to family dynamics, and your physical space. This new moon could support you in a new move, or at least changes in your home life. Okay? And because it's the house of our emotional stability, I don't know who this is for this Pisces rising. Baby, y'all need to go to therapy. Y'all cannot heal yourself on your own, and y'all need to go get some professional help. I don't know who that's for, but whoever it is, I'm going to need y'all to go and get in some therapy because y'all need it. My sister Pisces, she's definitely trying to get new houses secured. Yes. Okay. And it's probably weighing heavily on her emotional and mental health. She probably needs to talk to somebody. Okay. Now, the Venus, that 4-month window of Venus transiting Leo, and this person is a Venus in Leo too. So 4 months, October to June. If you're a Pisces rising, this is going to be impacting your 6th house. So again, I don't know who that was for, and I just said that they needed to go to therapy. But when we look at Venus in the 6th house, the 6th house represents therapy, mental and physical health. So this doubles down on my Pisces risings needing to talk to someone in a professional capacity. Even if you don't feel like you need it, this will be a good time for you to do it. So the Venus will be there for 4 months. This could actually support you on a new job or changes in your work environment. I wonder if some of my Pisces risings are about to get a promotion or some type of change in their current work life. A lot of times when the 6th house is impacted, it could be a new job, but most of the time there's something that happens with the work environment that they're currently in. So there's not like a change of like a new job, but things get better. So there may be a promotion on the horizon. Maybe they just, the work environment gets more harmonious. They get happier about their job. Maybe there's a little bit of money coming their way. But something about their work life should get easier or get better over the next 4 months. But I do support this around taking care of Pisces rising, taking care of their health, both mental and physical health. Okay. And the full moon, endings, adjustments, acknowledgement around the 10th house. See, something with this Pisces rising is about to have a change with regards to their work. Now, I don't know if they've been trying to make a change. Could be. But because that full moon is connected to the 10th house in their career, there is a connection with regards to work life for my Pisces risings. I'm not really sure what this is. I'm going to say this is going to be favorable because Venus is involved. So this could look like a promotion. This could look like being put in charge of a project, a big major project at work. Again, this could bring some money on a raise or something, but I believe that there's about to be some positive changes around my Pisces risings in their work life in some sort, in some way. Okay. Now, that's it. Does anyone have any questions about Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces rising? But again, you guys have a great evening. I will talk to you later in the next video. And bye-bye.